I love the ocean. Standing on the beach always fills me with a sense of pure wonder. I want my children and grandchildren to have that same sense of wonder, but they might not, unless we start doing something about CO2. Our kids, and their kids, will stand on a much different shore. CO2 isn't just changing the climate, it's also killing life in the oceans. 22 million tons of carbon dioxide go into the ocean every day. It's making the oceans more acidic, too acidic. Threatening the survival of not just corals or shellfish, but also many living things, up and down the food chain. All sorts of fish and marine mammals, from the tiny phytoplankton that provide most of our oxygen, and that are the foundation of the marine food chain, to technicolor coral reefs, all the way up to whales that are twice as big and 16 times heavier than a school bus. All of this sea life is under siege. I was an EPA scientist for 34 years. When I retired 5 years ago, I knew time was running out to save the ocean's marine life and to stabilize the climate. So, this June, together with the Center for Biological Diversity, I petitioned EPA to regulate CO2 as a toxic substance. EPA denied our petition. We are taking them to court to force them to comply with the Toxic Substances Control Act. This act directs EPA to regulate chemicals that pose an unreasonable risk to health or to the environment. I mean, really, if CO2 isn't considered a toxic substance in light of what it's doing to the ocean life and how it's changing our climate, I just can't imagine what would be. Taking on the federal government in court will be expensive. Our attorneys have spent considerable time helping us for free, but there is a long road ahead of us. We've started this account to help fund the civil suit. Help us win this fight. Help us make sure our kids and grandkids have a stable climate and can get to stand and play in the same ocean we got to enjoy. Otherwise, our children will stand on that shore and wonder, but they'll be wondering, why wasn't anything done?